Next presentation is company called EBN. This is a network of around 140 quality-certified EU BICs, Business and Innovations Centers, incubators, accelerators and other support organizations, and approximately 100 associate members that support the development and growth of innovative entrepreneurs, startups and SMEs. EBN is a community of professionals whose day-to-day work guides these businesses to grow in the most effective and efficient way, delivering sustainable impact. Let's now listen carefully about EBN.
Hello, my name is Raffaele Boumpane. I'm working for the European Business and Innovation Center Network in Brussels. And today I will speak about biotech with a special focus on Poland. This is my presentation. We will follow the thread of the slides during my conversation. So, EBN. What is EBN? EBN is a specialized organization dealing with incubation in Europe. It's an open community for any support organization which is helping entrepreneurs, startups, innovative SMEs. We have two kinds of membership, what we call EU BIC, so EU Business Incubation Center, which are certified by us. They are real incubators in Europe. And then we have associates, which are organizations which works in the innovation ecosystem, but they're still not able to become incubators and to get a certification for them. EBN has been created in 1984 by the European Commission. Now we are a fully private NGOs, like many organizations in the European Commission environment. And we have our main headquarters in Brussels. We support, again, during our work, a lot of innovative ideas, added value services, and innovative solutions, thanks to our connection to business incubators in Europe. The network is composed by more than 175 members, dedicated members, which are covering 29 countries in Europe, and they are operating all over the industrial sectors in the continent. We have again a network of more than around 700 business experts, and thanks to our incubators, an outreach which is of about, these are again relative numbers in the sense that probably there will be more, a range of 25,000 companies, client companies of our members, which ranges from pre-seed companies, startups, to small medium enterprises already operating on the market. Which are the composition, the typology, a bit of taxonomy of our members. So we are organizing business support organization in general, university and business school, academies in general, corporates, investors, clusters and innovation parks. That is very much important, especially in view of the organization on a territorial point of view, and of course governmental organization. We have generally, of course, as a continental organization, European organization and continental essence. So basically we are located in Europe, but we have also members outside, which are helping us, giving more international essence in our work. So we have, for instance, members in the US, in Canada, in Southeast Asia, and in North Africa Mediterranean coast. Which are the real commitment, our mission? Mission is, again, to organize the incubation in Europe. So we are the unique organization giving an official certification for incubation in Europe. This is recognized by, of course, the European Commission, which created us to this scope. We have also, in doing this, we also help the regional economic development. So we try to build strong innovation networks at the European level, and we try to operate, especially at the level of macro regions, in order to improve and support the economic, social, and sustainable development in Europe in general. Our recent data told us that our network created around 20,000 new jobs, helping the creation of more than 4,000 companies. And each company created more or less an average of about 5 jobs per company. So, it's quite an impressive achievement from our side. Another mission, of course, we have is to help startups, especially at the seed funding, to access finance. So what we have done at European level, thanks to our network, to our colleagues all over Europe, is to raise funds from private investors, mainly 75% around, so 3/4 of them from private and 25% of public investors, in order to support 4% of pre-seed stage, 17% at the seed stage level entrepreneurs. The big chunk is 55%, so half of it for the startups, and then 24% for the scale-up. The total supported companies by EBN and its network, its members this year, in 2020, reached more or less 5,000 companies supported with access to finance. What is another commitment we have, of course? It's the scaling European innovation. Our name is saying that we are a business innovation center. So what we try to do is to reinforce Europe and create the condition for Europe to be a global leader in entrepreneurial research and innovation. So what we try to do, again, is also try to support with access to international companies, so internationalization. We supported last year around 4,500 companies in this sense, especially coming from transport and mobility sectors or health and pharmaceutical sector. We do this keeping in mind a particular and very special philosophy at the base of our approach, which is mutual learning, exchange of best practices, and networking in general. We are a network, so we need to not only create the condition for the members to mingle among them, but also to let them go beyond our sphere of action. So networking, in this sense, was one of our best successful weapons, best successful tools to do that. We do, in our philosophy, there is a very much emphasis on higher visibility, credibility, transparency. We try to access as much as possible information through international database. We try, again, always to put ourselves at the stake, in the sense that we try to analyze critically our action and try to benchmark ourselves as an organization and our members around with similar different business support organizations all around the world. In this sense, we have also kind of cooperation with a similar organization in the United States and in other parts of the world. The evaluation process is at the base of our philosophy in a matter which is very rigorous and based on peer-to-peer assessment. So what we do is technically going and ask specific, to comply to specific rules. That's what we do at the base of our approach to innovation. We have a lot of partners. I was mentioning to you before, the NBIA, Extracontinental, EBN, in the United States, but also many other companies, many other organizations, European organizations dealing with innovation and support to entrepreneurship. So ESA, European Space Agency, European Patent Office, World Bank, of course, the European Commission. We are located in Brussels and we have a special channel of communication with them. Our specific, how we do that, so how we help that, we organized our work in services. So we have networking, international hub, events and exchange forums, projects, European projects, EU Gateway, tools and trends and open innovation. Projects Lab is one of the most liked by our members because they give possibility of accessing taking part into interesting activities and also collaborate with other stakeholders in Europe and getting then finances for that which can be used again to increase the level of innovation all around. So we are dealing with normally with framework programs, with World Bank projects, with other kind of projects in relation to specific sector. Just to give you an example, IPR desks. Networking, our is a network, so we need to network by our own way of being. So what we do, we develop our community, online, offline, we share best practices, success stories, we try to increase the knowledge, the level of knowledge, passing through contents and also asking for participation in events. That's something we always do, keeping in mind that we need to run specific activities for specific interest groups. We organize also tech camp, congresses, and other kind of event, and we run study tours to and from Europe. In this sense, one of the most successful programs we have as international hub, EBN as international hub, is the soft landing platform. Soft landing platform is allowing us to offer the possibility to one entrepreneurs or even colleagues of one incubator to go and visit another incubator or other companies in another place in Europe, using sharing offices, using the same structures, using facilities, and of course having a fast track for networking, for finding networking partners. So it's kind of specialized support, which is also implemented at the project level. We have many projects dealing with soft landing. Just to mention you some examples, in the area of Mediterranean, we have many examples like the Next Society in this very moment, running in this very moment. Euromed Change in the past, ETRERA 2020, so we have a lot of them doing this. Very successful platform. I mentioned to you our Congress. Every year we organize a Congress. This year will be online, but normally it will be in presence, of course. And we gather, every time we gather hundreds of people, stakeholders for innovation, in the innovation and in the industry, including also governments, government partners and government speakers. So we run an international congress every year in a different place of Europe, sometimes even outside Europe. We run a policy event in Brussels, which is very much linking the opportunities that are created at the European level for our members. We run a tech camp also as a technical tool to share techniques and showcase useful resources. So we try to maximize as much as possible our potentiality as a network, but also we do events with our project partners. my presence here is exactly in this sense. So partners in general from project, or in general international partners as well. We play the role of EU Gateway, of course, because of our direct connection with the European Commission, with non-national regional public authorities all over Europe, non-EU agencies. We have over the years, we built a very, very successful reputation, very well-known reputation around. So this is helping us also to assist our members in presenting and lobbying, in a way, ideas, possibilities at governmental level, at EU level, and give the ecosystem a kind of impulse, trying to create the good channels with the institutions, especially at European level. Tools and trends, of course, we keep an eye also on tools and resources which are designed to help big incubators, European incubators, so UBICs, incubators which are associate members of EBN, and also accelerators to deliver more and effective services to their client companies. We try to cover all the segments of the incubation value chain. So in incubation, innovation management, entrepreneur, education and coaching, mentoring, business analysis and modeling, IP, and so on and so on. So it's very much, this service is very much connected to the needs of our people. One very, very good organizational tool that we developed in this recent year in order to systematically organize our work is what we call the special interest groups. What we did is to group our members in the network in 5 different groups linked to the industrial sector. So we have eco innovation, social impact, creative and industrial cultural industries, space, and smart manufacturing. These special interest groups are helping us to devote special attention to these sectors in order for our members to be really very much proficient and very much effective in their work while dealing with these subjects. Open innovation is also something which are very much into our mind when we talk about helping our members. So what we do, we develop new tools for from startups to corporate cooperation. For instance, in the IP, we are developing business to finance services for investment community. Specifically for the biotech industry, the reason why I'm talking to you today, we have 43 EBN members actively working in the bioeconomic sectors. Mostly, there is no specific concentration of them in one country, but they are spread all over Europe, thanks to the fact that biotech is a very, very transversal sector, so dealing with different kind of either research or production. So we have different kind of members and different kind of typologies. An example of one of the most successful EBN biotech members is Genopol. Genopol is one organization directly dealing with biotechnology, and this could be taken as a very good example of the work of one of our members and EBN, and the reflection of EBN work on it. So I suggest also to have a look at the Genopol and to see what they are doing in order to benchmark in a way also our work. In Poland, so what is doing EBN in Poland? As well, we have members as all over other countries of Europe. We have members also here in Poland. Kraków is one of them, Olsztyn and Poznań. These are the 3 members we have in Poland, and they are very active in many of these special interest group. Very active at level of the network, and also taking part in many of our events, organization, and so on, projects over the course of every year in the last decades. That's more or less all from my side. The only thing I would like to add is that EBN is it's a very good organization. It's a very good organization trying to come in contact with us, to have a contact with us, because again, Poland is on a very, very good trend nowadays, and we can try to increase this trend for better if you contact us. So thanks a lot for your attention.
Getting people out of unemployment, getting women entrepreneurs, getting youth unemployment solutions out there. This is the origin of who we are. EBN is the European Business and Innovation Center Network. We support the work that our members do for the startups and SMEs and scale-ups by bringing in additional services, be them access to finance beyond what they can find regionally, access to corporates just as much, or internationalizing into other markets than their own. And then the other track is the services that we provide our members directly. And that is the networking services among themselves, the best practice training, the joint workshops, webinars. The EU BICs are different types of organizations where the common denominator is the quality of the service and the range of services that they give to the startups, the scale-ups, and the innovative SMEs. I think we need to take into account last year, just to have a reference point. Collectively, the company supported by the EU BICs generated 22,000 jobs. This is additional jobs to those of the funders. The presence regionally, the committed people that are giving the coaching and the mentoring and the hands-on support make a big difference, and the numbers show it.
Inclusion means equal opportunities for global challenges, and the only way to fulfill this is being part of a global network as EBN. My organization, CEI Asturias, was very involved at the beginning on those social cohesion programs like Equal, running very large and very intense programs for women, and for women even in rural areas. After those years of those social involvement, the organization was very focused in innovation and technology-based companies. So at the moment, the three pillars of our organization are innovation, sustainability, and inclusion. Every entrepreneur has a challenge, and I think one of the challenges of the entities like incubators or accelerators is to provide, tailored support for every entrepreneur.
Enterprise and innovation is part of the overall university strategy. So we're an education provider at the core, but our relationships with businesses is really important. Coventry is one of the most diverse cities in the UK. So we have a young population. We have a big focus around entrepreneurship and innovation. So we support students in terms of starting new businesses, including social enterprises, and providing mentoring programs and support through that whole process. We also have an excellent relationship with the community so that we can reach the range of perhaps unsupported groups that haven't had access to those services before. We have a number of programs, including a project called My Friendly Cities, which is about supporting migrant families.
Diversity is a must. The purpose is to mix different people with different backgrounds, with different attitudes, to figure out what they could do together. It's an enormous value. I have absolutely no doubt about that, particularly in this global world. If you want to join a group of like-minded individuals that are particularly professional about what they do, about the support, and you want to learn from each other, this is the place.